Hello students, welcome back to session 10 of linear transformation class. So here, we take T to be an operator on V, okay? So such that all its eigenvalues are in F. Then we take lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda k be the distinct eigenvalues of the transformation T. So our aim is to decompose here V as the direct sum of V1, V2, etc. Vk, where each Vi is given by set of all V belongs to V such that T minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0. Okay, where Li is obtained by unique factorization of the minimal polynomial of T, where Li is obtained by the unique factorization of the minimal polynomial of T. So that is P of x is the minimal polynomial which is given by q1 of x power of L1, q2 of x power of L2, etc. qk of x power of Lk. Okay. So we here in this section, so in the last class you know how to decompose the given vector space as a direct sum of subspaces, where Vi's are given by Vi is equal to set of all V belongs to V such that Qi of x power of Li of V is 0. Okay, where Qi of x is irreducible polynomial. Here we construct Vi in such a way that it contains those vectors V belongs to V such that T minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0. Okay. Now the matrix with lambdas, the eigenvalues on the main diagonal and ones on the super diagonal. Once on the super diagonal means the diagonal above the main diagonal is called the super diagonal. So and zeros elsewhere is called the Jordan block, basic Jordan block belonging to the lambda. Okay, basic Jordan block belonging to the lambda. For example, if the eigenvalues for the transformation T are 2 repeated say two times, then here we have 2 comma 2 0 1. Okay, understand this? 2 repeated ones means the characteristic polynomial will be like x minus 2 whole square. X minus 2 whole square means 2 becomes the eigenvalue. So here or the 2 becomes the characteristic root or the eigenvalue. So the matrix becomes 2 2 0 1. Likewise, so here this block is called the basic Jordan block belonging to the lambda. Now we are going to prove one important theorem of this section. Say this theorem says if T belongs to E of V, means T is an operator on V, has all its characteristic roots lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. lambda k all lies in the field F, then a basis of V can be found such that the matrix of T in this basis is of the form J1, J2, etc. Jk, J1, J2, etc. Jk which on the diagonal place zeros elsewhere. What are these Ji's? Ji's are the Ji's are the Jordan blocks which are contains each Ji is Bi1, Bi2, etc. Bi, zeros elsewhere. What are Bi's case? These Bi case are given by lambda I 1 0 0 0, lambda I 1 0 0, etc. 0 0. Lambda I means lambda I, okay, lambda I on the main diagonal, ones on the super diagonal. This Bi case is called the basic Jordan block belonging to lambda I. These Ji's are Jordan blocks J1. So J1 corresponds to. So you will understand this easily while discussing the problems based on this. Okay, I will explain in detail all how these J1, J2, Jk looks while taking up the particular example. First let us prove this theorem now. Okay. Now say we know that we have already proved these two results. If V is the direct sum of V1, V2, etc. Vk, where each Vi is a subspace of V of dimension Ni and is invariant under T, then a basis of V can be found such that the matrix of T in this basis is of the form A1 0 0 0 A2 0 0 0 0 etc. AK, where each AI is an Ni cross Ni matrix and is the matrix of linear transformation induced by T on Vi. Means the A1 is a matrix of T1, A2 is a matrix of T2 etc. AK is a matrix of Tk. This already we have proved this. Okay. And the second result, this also been taken up in the last class itself. So this result says, if T belongs to A of V is nilpotent of index of nilpotence N1, then a basis of V can be found such that the matrix of T in this basis is of the form Mn1, Mn2 etc. Mnr, where N1 is greater than or equal to N2 etc. greater than or equal to Nr, and where the dimension of V over F is N1 plus N2 etc. Nr. Okay. So now let us come to the actual proof of the theorem. Let lambda 1, lambda 2 etc. lambda k be the distinct eigenvalues of T with multiplicities L1, L2 etc. Lk respectively. Means lambda 1 repeated L1 times, lambda 2 repeated L2 times, and so on. So then the minimal polynomial will be definitely as P of x is what? X minus lambda 1 power of L1, x minus 2 lambda power of L2, x etc. x minus lambda k power of Lk, because minimal polynomial is the polynomial of smallest degree satisfied by T. Okay, and minimal polynomial definitely divides the characteristic polynomial. Therefore, the degree of minimal polynomial is definitely less than or equal to the degree of the characteristic polynomial. Okay, so they were given this as the minimal polynomial. Now we decompose V in such a way that V is the direct sum of V1, V2 etc. up to Vk, where each Vi is given by set of all V belongs to V such that T minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0. If this happens, then the vectors V T minus lambda I of V, T minus lambda I square of V etc. T minus lambda I power of Li minus 1 of V definitely forms a basis of Vi. Okay, this follows from the discussions that we have done in the last class. Therefore, dimension of Vi is what? How many elements are here? Li number of elements. Therefore, dimension of Vi is Li, and also we have proved Vi is invariant under T minus lambda I. You can show that Vi is invariant under the transformation T minus lambda I. Therefore, dimension of V is what? L1, dimension of V1 which is L1, dimension of V2 is L2 etc. Dimension of Vk is Lk. Dimension of V is the sum of the dimensions of V1, V2 etc. Vk, which are L1, L2 etc. Lk. Next, now you know that T minus lambda I induces Ti minus lambda I on Vi. So T minus lambda I induces Ti minus lambda I on Vi. But T minus lambda I of V is 0 means what? Ti minus lambda I is nilpotent, because we have assumed that T minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0, means Ti minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0. Therefore, this Ti minus lambda I is nilpotent. These are nilpotent means, and so the matrix of Ti minus lambda is in a basis of Vi is precisely the matrix of Ti minus lambda in a basis of Vi is clearly Mi1, Mi2 etc. Mi-Ri. Okay, where I1 is greater than or equal to I2 greater than where I1 is greater than I2 greater than I3 etc. greater than I or I indexing, and dimension of Vi is what? I1 plus I2 etc. I or I. Since Ti can be written as lambda I plus Ti minus lambda I, definitely this belongs to A of Vi, because A of V is an algebra. Okay, the matrix of Ti can be written as, so you write the matrix of T. What is the matrix of T? Lambda I minus Ti, or first I will write the matrix of lambda I, because it is matrix of Ti is matrix of lambda I plus matrix of Ti minus lambda I. Okay, So therefore matrix of lambda is lambda I into II1, lambda I into II2, etc. lambda I into II Ri. First I will write this, plus matrix of Ti minus lambda is Ti minus lambda is this matrix. So you write the remaining matrix Mi1, Mi2, etc. Mi Ri. So if you sum up, you get a matrix that I will return it as Bi1, Bi2, etc. Biri. Elsewhere it is zeros, where Bik is lambda I Iik plus Mik. Bik is called the basic Jordan block. Bik is called the basic Jordan block. Now, using decomposition theorem that we have done in the last class. So, using decomposition theorem, we can arrange things. So that in each Ji, the size of Bi1 is greater than or equal to size of Bi2, greater than or equal to size of Biri. Then the matrix J1, J2, etc. Jk, zeros elsewhere is called the Jordan form of T. Then the matrix J1, J2, etc. Jk, zeros elsewhere is called the Jordan form of T. Okay. So now before taking up the particular examples on Jordan canonical form, let us take up few simple examples. Say here we find, in this example we find the minimal polynomial m of t of the matrix which have entries 2 1 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 minus 2 4. Okay. So now what is the characteristic polynomial of A? Means the characteristic polynomial is usually denoted by delta of t of A is, delta of t is given by as determinant of ti minus a. Determinant of ti minus a means, so t minus 2, 1 0 0 0 2 minus t 0 0 0 0 1 minus t 1 0 0 minus 2 t minus 4. If you evaluate this determinant, you get like t minus 3 into t minus 2 whole cube. This is the characteristic polynomial. Now this is the characteristic polynomial. Now what is the minimal polynomial? Okay, now you know that minimal polynomial is the polynomial of smallest degree satisfied by A. Now what is the characteristic polynomial? According to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, every matrix satisfies its characteristic polynomial. So according to that, A satisfies this polynomial, means A minus 3 times I. So this is say A minus 3 times I into A minus 2 times I whole cube. You can find that it will be equal to 0, means A is a root of the polynomial, characteristic polynomial. So a minimal polynomial means what? This is delta of t is what here? So delta of t is t minus 3 into t minus 2 whole cube. So what is the minimal polynomial? Minimal polynomial means, so it is the polynomial of smallest degree satisfied by t. Okay. Therefore, minimal polynomial definitely divides. This means the factors of minimal polynomial definitely contains the factors of characteristic polynomial. Therefore, the minimal polynomial may be, say, first choice. The minimal polynomial is, say, first choice is factors. It contains all the factors of characteristic polynomial, which are t minus 3 into t minus 2. Okay. This is one choice for minimal polynomial. The other choice is minimal polynomial m2 of t is t minus 3 should be there. So next is t minus 2 whole square. The third choice is m3 of t. Say this is t minus 3 into t minus 2 whole cube. In this case, minimum polynomial is same as characteristic polynomial. Okay. So among these, which one is the minimal polynomial? For this, we need to verify whether m1 of a is 0, m1 of a. If m1 of a is 0, then m1 becomes the minimal polynomial. Here you can find that m1 of a is not 0. Now if you find m2 of a, certainly we can find that, you can verify this. Okay, m2 of a means a minus 3 times I, a minus 3 times I into a minus 2 times I whole square. You calculate all the things. Okay, that's a very simple matrix computations, so that you can do it. So you can see that m2 of A is 0. So m2 of A is 0 means m2 of t means this is the m2 of t. This becomes the minimal polynomial of the given matrix. Minimal polynomial of the given matrix. Okay, understand this? Now let us find the minimal polynomial of other matrix. Say let M be the matrix with A 0 0 B. What are these? Where A and B are square matrices. Where A and B are square matrices. Show that the minimal polynomial m of t of m is the LCM of the minimal polynomials. Is the LCM of the minimal polynomials g of t and h of t of A and B respectively. So the minimal polynomial m of t is the product LCM of minimal polynomial of A and minimal polynomial of B, which are taken to be g and h. Okay. Now m of t is the minimal polynomial of m means what? M of m is 0. M of m is 0 means what? M of m is m of A 0 0, m of B is 0. Now this matrix itself is 0 if and only if m of A is 0 and m of B is also 0. If m of A is 0, then A satisfies m of t, B also satisfies m of t, means both A and B satisfies m of t. A and B satisfies m of t, but they were given g of t and h of t are the minimal polynomials of A and B. Therefore, by the theorem, by the result that we have already studied in the previous classes, so minimal polynomial divides the polynomial satisfied by t. Accordingly, g of t divides m of t. Okay, g of t divides m of t, as well as h of t also divides m of t. Now g of t divides m of t and h of t also divides m of t means m of t must be a multiple of g of t and h of t. Okay, understand now? So g of t divides m of t and h of t also divides m of t means m of t must contains g of t and h of t means m of t must be a multiple of g of t and h of t. Next, let f of t be another multiple of g of t and h of t. Then what will happen? F of m. F of m is f of A 0 0 f of B. Now f of A is 0 0 0 f of B, this is equal to 0. But m of t is the minimal polynomial of m, and hence m of t is the minimal polynomial of m, and m satisfies f of x also. Therefore, by definition of minimal polynomial, m of t divides f of t. M of t divides f of t. Our answer now, see here, if suppose g of t divides m of t and h of t divides m of t, and if I assume that g of t divides f of t and h of t divides f of t, means f of t is a multiple of g of t and h of t, means what? Okay, g of t divides f of t and h of t divides f of t means this m of t must divide f of t. Then by definition of LCM of A and B, LCM, then by definition of the LCM, m of t is the LCM of g of t and h of t. Okay, understand this? M of t is the LCM of g of t and f of t. Next is see here. Find the minimal polynomial m of t of m, which has entries like, see here, though the matrix will look big in size, so it's very simple. So it contains entries like 2, 8, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 7 cross 7 matrix, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 3, triple zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, etc. 3, 0, and all are zeros, and last the element is 5. Now this matrix I will write it in blocks. So M is, so I will consider A to be the first matrix 2, 8, 0, 2, and B be the matrix 4, 2, 1, 3. C be the matrix 0, 3, 0, 0, and D be the matrix which contains 5 only. Okay, so A is 2, 8, 0, 2, B is 4213, C is 0300, D is 5. Then M becomes A, B, C, D. Elsewhere it is 0. Therefore, by the previous example, minimal polynomial of now the minimal polynomial of A, B, C, D, you can find it to be t minus 2 whole square, which is the minimal polynomial of A, and t minus 2 into t minus 5, which is the minimal polynomial of B, and t square is the minimal polynomial of C, and t minus 5 is the minimal polynomial of D. Therefore, if you take the LCM of these factors, if you take the LCM of these factors, then that becomes the minimal polynomial of M. Okay, so LCM of the minimal polynomial of M of t of M is the LCM of these factors, that is nothing but t square into t minus 2 whole square into t minus 5. So the minimal polynomial of this is nothing but t square into t minus 2 whole square into t minus 5. Okay, it's very simple now. Now note that an operator t can be put into Jordan canonical form if its characteristic and minimal polynomials factored into linear polynomials. So the operator t can be put into or converted into Jordan canonical form if its characteristic and minimal polynomial factor into linear polynomials. This is always true if K is the complex field. Okay. In any case, we can always extend the base field K to the field in which the characteristic and minimal polynomials do factor into linear factor. That always can be done. Okay. Thus, in a broader sense, every operator can be bring into Jordan canonical form. Or analogously, so every matrix is similar to a matrix in Jordan canonical form. Means, so every matrix can be bring into Jordan canonical form, means the factors can be written as linear factors, and we can do this. Now we have a theorem. Suppose T is a mapping from V to V is a linear operator whose characteristic polynomial and minimal polynomial respectively are given by delta of T is T minus lambda 1 power of n1, T minus lambda 2 power of n2, etc. T minus lambda power of nr. And the minimal polynomial is definitely these should be the factors of minimal polynomial. So T minus lambda 1 power of how much it is? The maximum is n1. Maximum n1 means, so I will take to be, say I will take to be m1. Maximum is n2, so I will take to be t minus lambda 2 power of m2, etc. T minus lambda r power of mr, where the lambda is are distinct scalars. Then T as a block diagonal matrix representation J whose diagonal entries are of the form Jij, are of the form Jij. So lambda is on the main diagonals, one's on the super diagonal. Here note that for each lambda I, the corresponding blocks Jij have the following properties. Okay, there is at least one Jij of order mi. There is at least one Jij of order mi. All other Jij's are of order less than or equal to mi. There is at least one Jij of order mi, which is a power of the minimal polynomial, and all other J's are of order less than or equal to mi, and the total order must be equal to the order ni. Okay. Yes. Next is the sum of the orders of Jij is ni. And so now the number of Jij equals the geometric multiplicity of lambda I. The number of Jij equals the geometric multiplicity of lambda I. And the number of Jij of each possible order is uniquely determined by T. The number of Jij of each possible order, okay, is uniquely determined by T. Okay. So these are the conditions for the Jordan blocks or Jordan canonical form. So now I will take up the example, then you will understand this very easily. Okay. Now you see this example. Okay. So this example says determine all possible Jordan canonical forms for a matrix of order 8 whose minimal polynomial is m of t, that's equal to x square into x minus 1 whole cube. So they will ask examples like this. So if the given the characteristic polynomial directly, then we can directly write the Jordan canonical form. But they were given the minimal polynomial as x square into x minus 1 whole cube. What is the order of a matrix they are asking? It is of order 8. So for a matrix of order 8, what will be the degree of the characteristic polynomial? The degree of the characteristic polynomial should be of order 8. Yes, answer now. The degree of the characteristic polynomial must be 8. Here the minimal polynomial is of order 2 plus 3, 5 degree. Another 3 degrees we need to add it. So as I said in the above note, so all the factors of a characteristic polynomial contains the factors of a minimal polynomial, means characteristic polynomial must contains x square into x minus 1 whole cube. The remaining terms are like, so you can take up totally 5, another 3 you need to add, just you take another x minus 1 whole cube you take. Okay, or x square into x minus 1 whole cube you keep as it is. I will write here, see here, the possibilities are, so they were given x square into x minus 1 whole cube. Totally it's of order 8 I need. So x square into x minus 1 whole cube into x minus 1 whole cube. It's one possibility. Next possibility is x square into, this is the possibilities for characteristic polynomial of order is 8. So of degree 8. So x square into x minus 1 whole cube into, I need another 3 degrees. So you cannot write x minus 1, okay, x cube, you cannot write x cube because the maximum degree is 2 only here. So you cannot write x cube, only possibility maximum is x square only you can write. So according to that, x square into x minus 1 whole cube into x square you write. Total 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7. Another one needed, so you can add x minus 1. Or x square into x minus 1, this is compulsory. X square into x minus 1 whole cube into, you can write say x into x minus 1 whole square. Okay, or x square into x minus 1 whole cube into x into another x, you can write like this also. Or x square into x minus 1 whole cube into, next is x into x minus 1 whole square, x into x minus 1 whole square. There are, you can write many possibilities. So in the examination if they ask like this, then you just find out one possibility, one Jordan canonical form, that's enough. Otherwise if you want to write the Jordan canonical form for all these, so it consumes lot of time. Okay, yes, let us take the example now. So they were given m of t is x square into x minus 1 whole cube. Now I will write, let T be the linear transformation corresponding to 8 cross 8 matrices. Now I will decompose the vector space V as some V of dimension 8. V of dimension 8 because V of dimension 8 I need it because matrix is of order 8 means I need 8 number of basis elements, T of V1, T of V2, etc. T of V8. Then only we get 8 equations in 8 unknowns. Then only we can get the matrix of order 8. They are interdependent. So now we decompose V in one way as V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, where V1 is what? Set of all V belongs to V such that T1 square of V is 0 or T square of V is 0. Directly I had written T1 square of V is 0. T1 square, how it comes? T square is there, so T1 square of V is 0. This is like Qi of x power of Li of V is 0 in the theorem. Answer now, Qi of x power of Li of V is 0, or Ti minus lambda T minus lambda I power of Li of V is 0. We have discussed in the above theorem only. V2 is set of all V belongs to V such that T2 minus 1 whole cube of V is 0. T2 minus 1 whole cube of V is 0. Only 2 over totally 5, another 3 degree I needed. So V3 I will write it as, set of all V belongs to V such that T3 minus 1 whole cube of V is 0. This is eigenvalues are 1 and 1 only. Here 0 is the eigenvalue, right? So now T3 minus 1 whole cube of V is 0. If we take in this split, if I take this one as an option, T1, T2, T3 comes. If you take this as an option, V1, V2, V3, V4, therefore T1, T2, T3, T4. Here T1, T2, T3, T4. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. This is V1, V2, V3, V4, T1, T2, T3, T4. And so now T1 square of V is 0, T2 minus 1 whole cube of V is 0, T3 of V is 0, T4 minus 1 whole square of V is 0. Okay. So you can have any choice. So just find the Jordan form for any of these choices. Only one you take up. Now where T1, T2, T3 are the linear transformations induced by T on V1, V2, V3 respectively. You write as it is. Okay, you know that T induces T1 on V1, T induces T2 on V2, T induces T3 on V3. Now you just find what is the matrix of T1, T2, T3. Now see here, what is T1? T1 is a nilpotent transformation of index 2, okay, because T1 square is 0. Therefore T1 is a nilpotent of index 2. Therefore matrix of T1 is what? Since T1 is a nilpotent of index 2, the matrix of T1 is, the standard nilpotent matrix of order 2 is M2, which is 0, 1, 0, 0. That already given. Okay. Next, T2 minus 1 is a nilpotent transformation of index 3. Index 3 means the matrix of T2 minus 1 is M3. So since T2 minus 1 is a nilpotent of index 3, the matrix of T2 minus 1 is, that is matrix of T2 minus 1 is M3. M3 is what? M3. M3 is, so this is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. This is M3. But actually I need matrix of T2, not T2 minus 1. Okay. So therefore matrix of T2 is, can be written as matrix of T3, sorry, matrix of T2 minus 1 plus 1. I can write like this. So matrix of A plus B is matrix of A plus matrix of B. Accordingly, matrix of T3 minus 1, sorry, T2 minus 1, matrix of T2 minus 1 plus matrix of 1. Matrix of T2 minus 1 is M3, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Plus I need to add the matrix of 1 means what? Yes, 3 cross 3 unit matrix. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. So this, if you add up, this gives 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is matrix of T2. Similarly, you can see that T3 minus 1 is also nilpotent of index 3. It is same as matrix of T2. Therefore, matrix of T3 also I write in same 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now, after rearranging the subspaces of V according to their dimension in the decreasing order, we get a Jordan canonical form which is given by, so you write the bigger matrix first. What is the bigger matrix? 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. These are like BIKs. BIK. And so now this is another is same 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Which are on the diagonal place means what? Elsewhere it is 0. The third one matrix is 0, 1, 0, 0, which is of S, which is B1, B2, B3. What is J1? J1 is totally this one. Totally this one. J1 is this one containing this matrix. And so now J1 is this. So J2 is 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. So this is the one example where we can calculate. So you have seen BIKs contains ones on the lambdas on the main diagonal, 1, 1, 1 are the eigenvalues, lambdas on the main diagonal and ones on the super diagonal. J contains, see here, J1 contains here B1, B2. Okay, for this particular problem, and J2 contains only B21 I may call, or this is B11, B12, B11, B12. This is J2 is B21. Totally Jordan canonical form is J is what? J1, J2. Sorry, this is on the diagonal place. J1, J2, zeros elsewhere. What are these J1 here? J1 is what? So B11, B12, B11, B12, zeros elsewhere, and J2 is B21, B21. So you write the corresponding values here. This is J1 block, this is J2 block. Okay, understand now? Now you can compare the theorem with this problem, then you will understand the theorem also easily. Okay, next let us take up the other example. Okay, now I will take up the second example. It says find all possible Jordan canonical forms for all 10 cross 10 matrices whose minimal polynomial is given by x square into x minus 1 whole square into x plus 3 whole cube. Now the minimal polynomial total degree is 2 plus 2 4 plus 3 7. Another 10 cross 10 means another 3 degrees needed. So you can join like x plus 1 whole cube you can join, or x another terms x minus 1 whole square. You cannot add x minus 1 whole cube or x cube here. Maximum this one. These are compulsory. You have to take this as a compulsory part. Then you can add up x plus 1 whole cube. Then it becomes 10. Or x minus 1 whole square into x plus 1. Or x square into x plus 1. Or x square into x minus 1. Plus these terms. Okay, I will choose one combination as, let T be the linear transformation corresponding to 10 cross 10 matrices. We decompose the vector space V of dimension 10 as follows, in one way as follows: V as V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 plus V5, where V1 is what? Set of all V belongs to V such that T1 square of V is 0, means x square of V is 0. Second, V2 is set of all V belongs to V such that T2 minus 1 whole square of V is 0. V3 is set of all V belongs to V such that T3 plus 1 whole cube of V is 0. These are compulsory part in every problem. So other choices are, so V4 is set of all V belongs to V such that T4 minus 1 whole square of V is 0. I repeated this. And V5 is set of all V belongs to V. Totally 9 happens. Now I need only one. T5 plus 1. I will take T5 plus 1 of V is 0. Where T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5 are the linear transformations induced by T on V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5 respectively. Okay. Now we need to find the matrix of T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. Let's take up this now. So now T1 is a T1 square of V is 0 means what? T1 is a nilpotent of index 2. Therefore the matrix of T1 is M2, which is 0, 1, 0, 0. Next, T2 minus 1 is a nilpotent of index 2. And so the matrix of T2 minus 1 is M2, which is again 0, 1, 0, 0. But I need the matrix of T2, not T2 minus 1. Therefore the matrix of T2 is matrix of T2 minus 1 plus 1. So this is again matrix of T2 minus 1 plus matrix of 1. Matrix of T2 minus 1 is 0, 1, 0, 0, which is standard nilpotent form. Okay, plus matrix of 1 means 1, 0, 0, 1. So if you add up, you get 1, 1, 0, 1. So this is matrix of T2. Now let's come to matrix. Now T3 plus 1, T3 plus 1, third choice. T3 plus 1 is a nilpotent of index 3, and so the matrix of T3 plus 1 is M3, which is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. But I need a matrix of T3. Here you need to be little cautious. So I need So matrix of T3 plus 1, I need matrix of T3 plus 1 minus 1. So this is matrix of T3 plus 1 minus matrix of 1. So matrix of T3 plus 1 is 3 cross 3 standard nilpotent form, 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1 0 0, matrix of 1, 3 cross 3 unit matrix, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. While subtracting, you should be very careful. Okay, so it becomes 0 minus 1, because first minus 1 comes, minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1 0 0 0 minus 1. Okay, so this is nothing but matrix of T3. Matrix of T3 is this. Similarly, matrix of T4, because T4 is a nilpotent matrix of index 2, so it is same as matrix of T2, so 1 1 0 1. Finally, T5 plus 1. Finally, T5 plus 1 is a nilpotent matrix, is a nilpotent of index only, because T5 plus 1 of V is 0. And so the matrix of T5 plus 1 is M1, which is simply 0. Therefore, matrix of T5 is what? Matrix of T5 plus 1 minus 1. Matrix of T5 plus 1 minus matrix of 1. So matrix of T5 plus 1 is 0, simply 0. 1 cross 1 0 matrix minus 1 cross 1 unit matrix. So you get 1 cross 1 matrix with entries minus 1. Again you write, after rearranging the subspaces of V according to their dimension in the decreasing order, we get the Jordan canonical form T, which is given by, so which is given by minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1. Next is 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1. Next is 0 1 0 0, and the last is minus 1. Or we can also write like, say, now J1 we have to write in the beginning. So J1 contains, say, what are J1s? J1s contains, say, this is like J1 contains BIs. So BI1 here, basic Jordan blocks. If I write this, what will happen? What is the splitting? First let us take up the splitting now. Splitting means, so this is the splitting. This is the choice we are consider. Okay, so first is this one, bigger matrix unit, right? T3 plus 1 whole cube means, so this is minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1 1 0 0 minus 1. So this is having the eigenvalues minus 1s, having the eigenvalues minus 1s. Again we take the eigenvalues, this one, it is 1 cross 1 matrix, so this is, you write like minus 1, 4 cross 4 matrix over. Next is the other matrix is, so other choices we have considered is T1 square of V is 0, and then other is T4 T2 minus 1 whole square and T4 minus 1. These will one group. So if I write this as one group, then I will write this as, look here, 1 1 0 1. The other is 1 1 0 1. So this is one block. And so now this is one block and this is one block. Okay, understand this? This is one block. This is one block and this is one block. The other remaining block is simply 0 1 0 0. This is corresponding to T square, T1 square. So total, if you write, this is a bigger matrix. So this is 10 cross and bigger matrix. Okay, understand now? So this is J1, this is J2, this is J3. Arrange now J1, J2, J3. This is like J is, Jordan block is J1, J2, J3 comes here. So J1 is what? J1 is here 2 matrix, 2 blocks contains J1. So B11, B12 here. This is B11, this is B11 total. B12 is simply 1 cross 1 with entries minus 1. Okay, next J2. J2 is what? J2 is B21, B22. What are B21? B21 is 1100, 1101. Again B22 is 1101 again. Next J3. J3 contains what? Only one matrix. J3 is say B31. J3 is B31. B31 is what? 0100. Okay, answer now. Totally this is 3, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10 cross 10 matrix. Okay, answer now. J1, J2, J3, where J1 is B11, B12, J2 is B21, B22, J3 is B31 only. Okay. Likewise, so whichever the polynomial they were given, they will give, if they give the characteristic polynomial, it's very easy, no choice is allowed then. So directly you need to find the Jordan form. Okay. If they given the characteristic polynomial, only if they given the minimal polynomial, you need to have the choices for characteristic polynomial. If they given the minimal polynomial, then only we have a choices for the minimal polynomial, as I said in the above example, where these are the choices. But if they given directly the minimal characteristic polynomial, say for of order 5 means x square into x minus 1 whole cube into say x plus 2 whole cube. Say for order 8 cross 8, suppose if they given this as the characteristic polynomial, then minimal then we have directly you can write, say this is v1, v2, v3, so t1 square of v, t2 minus 1 whole cube of v, t3 plus 2 whole cube of v. Directly you can calculate the Jordan form. Only if they given the minimal polynomial, then we will have choices for characteristic polynomial. These are very important examples. Okay. So these are that's all for this class. So let's continue other examples in the next class. Thank you very much for listening.